Hello viewers, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome to a video of, well, technically it's a Let's Show Off, but it will become a Let's Play in the future. I'm already going to say what the game is. It's called Tomba 2, but I'm going to let the game introduce itself as always. Once it loads, of course. Oh crap. Okay, so this is on the original PlayStation, which means I'm gonna have to muster up a memory card for it, which is gonna suck. I thought it was a PS2 game for some reason, so let's see, is this the one I think it is? Because it should be safe to use. Anyway, yeah, this is created by Whoopee Camp, I think. Did it really just like freeze up? Okay, good. I think it just gets stuck there sometimes. Now, don't worry if that intro didn't make any sense to you. It's not going to matter too much. I think if I go into load game here, let's see if I have my right memory card in there. Okay, good. So this is not the one I had before, so it won't spoil anything. But I'm going to stay here because I think it'll stay on. It'll go back to that intro screen if I don't go to new game, and I'm not ready to start the game yet. So this is Tomba 2: The Evil Swine Returns. If you've never heard of this game before, don't worry. There's the sequel to the original game Tomba, which I don't remember what the extras, if that had a subtitle or not, because I actually don't own it. And I know what you're thinking, why would you play the second game if you've never played the first? Well, don't worry, if you've never played the first game, there's nothing that you really have to worry about too much, except for the fact that I got the book here so you can read kind of the original story. Let's see, where is it? Well, like there's all the characters and all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't really give you the main story off the start, but basically I'll read you this at least. This is like the introduction to the book. The Tomba game provides a unique blend of role-playing adventures with traditional platforming gaming. The emphasis is clear on adventure with over 130 events, also known as mini-quests, to complete, but the end-game actions and interface use all of the trappings of platform games. So let me explain that into a little bit more detail. This game introduced a really interesting ploy on the whole platforming RPG element, where your character is kind of free roam, but in like worlds, like, you know, because there's different worlds that you end up in, you have to follow a set path. Now, the issue with this is that there's some things off the beaten path that you have to figure out how to get to. The book tells you how to get to them, because even I never got very far in this game, to be completely honest. I mean, I defeated like one of the first bosses in the game, and that was about it. like, well, main bosses. There's mini bosses up the ass, but I fought one of the main bosses in this game and actually defeated it before I ended up getting stuck and gave up, because there's really not much in the way of hints for this game. And so let's come here to the main screen and hit New Game. As always, there's options. You can choose your message speed. There's only slow, fast, and medium, which I'm going to leave it on medium. There are voices in this game, but I don't know why you would turn them off. I mean, unless you want to hear my creative voices for them, but I don't really have very creative voices for these characters. And besides that, I like the voices they give them anyway. You got your sound, like your stereo and mono roll. Is that how it's always been? I thought they usually just say mono, like M-O-N-O, but that's kind of neat that they actually do that. You got your background music and your sound effects. We'll leave those alone. Screen adjust as always, and then you got your controls. Your controls are typically gonna be the same no matter what. You got, most of these aren't going to be affected to you right away, like the menu button you won't get until a little bit further into the game when you get a certain item. And then your special, your attack, and your jump are all different. Your special you don't get until you learn abilities, and your attack is always going to be like whatever your weapon is, which is whatever it is at that time, and then you got your jump command. So anyway, you go to start game, and you're going to get some stories, so I gotta shut up.
Tomba is living peacefully in the country when Zippo finds a mysterious letter addressed to Tomba. The letter says that Tomba's childhood friend Tabby has disappeared. As he read the letter, all he could think about was where she could be. Was she kidnapped? Is she safe? Determined to bring her back safely, Tomba jumps into the sea. And then...
I love how Zippo, which is that character right there, is just like, what the hell's he doing?
Scared me. What are you doing in the water anyways? You scared the fish. No wonder they weren't biting.
Do you smell something burning? Tomba, wait here. I'll go check it out.
Typical Navi fashion. Get used to this music, by the way.
Oh no!
And that voice.
A fire! Tomba, look! That house is on fire!
Okay.
And it looks like there's something inside the house.
Okay.
If we don't do something, it'll burn to a crisp.
And your point? Nope, you get a quest. It's called Go to the Burning House.
This is unknown territory here. Before we go, you better take this. This is an adventure journal. This is where your progress will be recorded. Press triangle to see.
Alright.
Let's hurry! We need to go to the house on fire! You can run faster with the animal dash using square and the left-right directional button.
Oh, that's
Let's
right.
Go.
That's one of your special abilities, is the regular animal dash. It doesn't affect anything, like you don't need anything to do it. You'll just run faster, but you have a chance of running into enemies when you're dashing, so be careful. So anyway, if you hit triangle, you can look at your crap and your items now that you got the adventure journal. Here's what you need to know. You go to your items, and you have your weapons. You have the blackjack as your starting weapon. you can't unequip it, and it's not going to tell you anything else about it, I don't think. A spiked iron ball, okay, yeah, a spiked iron ball and a long rope. Green pants is just an initial pair of pants. Now what's funny is you read the book, the guy who wrote the book, his name is, I'm just going to give him a shout out. His name is Russ Ciccola, C-E-C-C-O-L-A, and one of the things he says in here, he's like, this is his second full strategy guide for Prima. He was so engrossed by the Tomba games in December 1999 that he almost went outside once with pink hair and grass skirt. So that's what the green pants are supposed to represent, is grass. But anyway, the great thing about this game is you can do any series of events in any order you want. Like for example, you have find Tabby and go to the burning house. You can't do anything with them like you get any hints. Like if you hit X, it does nothing. If you hit square, you don't get any other things either. But you can also look at your status. You start out with 4 HP, and it's like area, the starting beach. Second section is town of the fishermen. Now the other thing you want to notice is you have status up there on the right. Right now it's normal. The other status effects that you can get, well, I shouldn't go over them because most of them are spoilerific, but you'll have other ones that are really bad, like most of them are damaging for you, some are debilitating and stuff like that, but we'll go over that later. You may notice that you have AP. In this game, it's considered like more or less your experience points. The more you have, the more you can actually do stuff in the game, like those special treasure chests that you have to open with them. Every time you find a gem, complete certain events, or kill sometimes enemies, not always, you can get a couple of AP. Usually a few hundred, not always more, but like you can also go to your help, and right now it has no help for you because there's nothing for you to really be paying attention to right away. So anyway, what we want to do now is we want to come up and talk to this sign. You want to hold up and circle, and you found out that we're in the town of the fishermen. Hit circle and it's going to ask you to save. Now let's see if I have a free spot on this. I do. Okay, good. So you want to say save. Okay, and the game saves and you see your status screen more or less. Hi Beethoven. Now, for the most part, you're probably thinking that this game is pretty boring so far. Well, if you hit circle, you can throw your blackjack. If you just hit circle, he'll throw it out a little ways. If you hold the button, you can change the direction where he's going to throw it. And it'll also be a lot more powerful and further of a shot. Anyway, you want to come into this house real quick. And you want to talk to these peeps.
Within an area, there are places where you can move forward and backwards.
Okay.
In places where there's an arrow over your head, move by pressing up and down. Also, when talking to people, use up, down, and circle. Here's a little extra tip. To run fast, the animal dash is square plus left and right. Don't forget!
Now you're probably wondering, how does that guy know about your animal dash? Who knows? Who cares, right? But he told you some very interesting dialogue. He said that in most places, you can, run forward and back. You may notice if I press up and down right now with nobody near me, I can't move up and down onto like the area where they're at. I have to stay on this platform. That's something you need to keep in mind.
The Adventure Journal automatically records your adventures. Things you've picked up are under items. Events that have happened are under event. Your status is under status. And system information is under help. The journal records it all. You can look at it by pressing triangle.
Okay, so basically a rundown of what he just told you is that the Adventure Journal is going to keep track of everything for you. And like he said, this is one of those moments where if you hit up, you'll go into the background. Otherwise, like I said, you can just run back and forth. You can jump over this fence, I think, can't you? No, you can't. As you see, every time you jump, you kind of do this weird, like, dive attack, like you kind of flatten yourself up in the air. To injure enemies, you have to first throw your blackjack at them to knock them over like that. Then you want to jump on their back, like this, and then you want to throw them like that. That's how you defeat enemies in this game. What you want to do now is you want to come up here, jump over this egg, hold down this, I went down too far. Hold on. Let's try that again. Hold on, I gotta get used to the controls. There you go. See, now if we go into our status, we'll have 100 AP from getting that gem. So, gems are hidden in a lot of different places. You can only get them once, I believe, so don't think that if you attack this thing again, you're going to get another gem, because you won't. See? It'll just flip over, it's not going to drop another one. Now, real quick, what you want to do here... Hold on a second. Yeah, hit start, you'll pause the game, of course, instead of like going to the menu. Okay, I'm trying to remember what color, like you want to have those things at a certain color on each side, and I'm trying to remember which one it is. Okay, yeah, it doesn't tell you to do it right now. Okay, never mind. Shit, I just dropped my controller again. You can jump up and reach this thing if you want to pull it down, but as you see, it tells you the faucet's broken. Don't worry about that, it's not important. Come over here and grab this apple, and you'll get some health. You also want to grab this fish for later too. Anyway, there's this bird's nest up here too. You get 2 gems for climbing up here, but you're seeing that the nest is empty. Well, we gotta fix that because obviously there's some birds somewhere, right? Now, if you look down below, you saw that there was like a meter down below, and how it got like full a little bit every time you grab an enemy. That's your magic meter. Right now, don't pay attention to it. I hate this stupid seagull. Got him. Oh, another thing I should let you in on. If you run out of life, you're dead. You have to start over. That's why you want to save often. You can refill your health by grabbing apples and other things. There we go, move him away from there. Got it. Okay, now you want to do the same thing we did before where we jump on the other side of this. Water will come out of that faucet, but right now we can't do anything about that, so don't worry about it. Alright, grab that gem. Whoa! Also, you may have noticed that there's a gem up there. Right now, I don't think you can actually get it. You actually need an item that lets you jump a little bit higher, so you gotta wait for that one. Yeah, you just kind of want to tap your jump button a few times on this. If you grab this red treasure chest, you'll start a mission. And you'll get 1,000 AP, I think, because it's locked. I don't know if you get one for grabbing the green treasure chest, but right now you can't open up either of those treasure chests. Those treasure chests have very useful items in them, so you want to come back for those later. Okay, so we have 1,800 AP. The thing to note about that is you want to get, let's see, before you leave this place, like before you move too far in from the area, you want to get around, I think it's like, I read this book like a little bit for the first area, but I already forgot what it was. Yeah, you want to get 30,000. I know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry, you'll get more than enough by the time you reach the item that wants that much. Ah, shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not very good at this game. And the reason why is because when I used to play this, I used to die so many times. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to swing here. Just to, I think he can't hit you. Oh no, he can't. You want to move that up for later. He's on the other side of the thing, so I can't hit him. Oh. Seriously? Oh. If you come and talk to this guy.
Are you alright?
You get 2,000 AP for going to the house.
I'm fine, but the crab, the precious golden crab is...
Hurry! We've got to put out the fire!
Right, we can get water from the pump spigot, but how do we get it over here? Don't smash the sign. It tells how to get the water out and other important stuff.
You know, I know Legend of Zelda probably came out before this because, you know, the Nintendo 64 and all that. So it's kind of ironic that it says that because that's been a staple in a lot of previous games, you know, where you can smash the hell out of signs, but you can't do that in this game, so don't worry. So anyway, you want to climb up here, grab this gem, grab that apple to heal ourselves a little bit, and then you want to come over here and grab this, and you'll get a bucket.
This'll work for carrying the water.
So you get a bucket. Feel free to use the bucket. A little late for that. You can actually get this fish out of here if you're like, I think if you like shrink that all the way down, which is possible. If you lower the seesaw water coming out of the faucet, fill up a container and use the water. That's another cool thing. You can actually use those bubble things to hurt enemies. Okay, let's see if we can't get... Hey, yeah. Oh, come on. Did I really just miss every... That's okay. That'll be important later. 2,000 for that. Bucket changed to water bucket. Now, if you go into your items real quick, it says blue items are used in the game. Press X to use them. If you try to use it right now, you're just going to pour it on the ground, so you don't want to do that right now. But like, it'll say something like pink items are used automatically at special places, and so like, you should know that as well for later, because that'll be important to you. Anyway, we've run out of time, and I'm sorry if I just kind of mumbled and ranted and crap, because I want to try to get everything I can out of the way for this to explain the game before we start just enjoying it, because, you know, it's kind of a lot to take in. Like, the guy actually expects you to take a good 15 minutes to learn all the controls. I mean, I've pretty much mastered them, like, within, like, just like 5 minutes of playing. So it's up to you, like, how long it takes. But if you've never played this game before, yeah, you're gonna have some trouble. I'll just let you know ahead of time. But anyway, when we come back, we'll see if we can help that crab. Till then, everyone, bye.